ACDC hand jive. Wasn't it, guys? David, am I right?
No, it was Who Made Who, Brian.
Who Made Who, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Malcolm said to me once, he said, come on. He said, let's go to Scotland. I want to see the Loch Ness Monster. And I went, you do? And he said, yeah. Come on, let's go. Like, just for a laugh. And I went, oh, all right then. So we drove up there and we stayed at this hotel on the shore of on the banks of the Loch Ness. And then we went down to the bar one night and had a few sherbets, you know, at the bar. And then he said, right, come on. And it was dark, you know, and he came down, he said, hang on. And he went with the car and he got out a big box of fireworks. Because he loved fireworks, man. He said, I said, well, what are we going to do with them? Because we were pretty drunk, pretty shit, you know, and we had a glass of whiskey each, and we walked down up to our knees in this water. It was freezing. He said, right, he said, now we're going to set off the fireworks to see if we can attract it out of the lake. see if it'll come up and have a look and say, what's going on? You know, so, and of course, it was a disaster. It was
it's
funny.
A good idea.
Oh, it was a terrible idea. You were probably tucked up asleep, I'm sure, doing the right thing, and these guys nearly blew off their hands.
When we got back to the hotel, there was mud and snot and grass hanging out everywhere, and we got back. They let we in again. But it was just nights like that when you just think, how daft and fun was that, you know? So, you know, that was Malcolm with his fireworks. It was just hilarious.
The lads rounded up.
Final question. What about your new single?
I think it's marvellous. It's called Danger, and it's on a Fly Off the Wall album. With Malcolm and Angus, I must admit, these two guys come out with riffs and music that, honestly, I just don't know where they pull them from. They really are super, you know, and you can't help but like it as soon as you hear it. So to me, it's, you know, I've got a great gig. I really have. I mean, I just got to open my mouth, you know, shout me tits off, have a good time, and I get in free. I get all the gigs free. It's great.
That's it. Pretty good, isn't it? So, do join you up right and everything. I've told you about this before. You're a prevert, you are.
Brian, have you ever asked for an autograph of anybody?
Yes, I did. I asked Chuck Berry once in 1975.
Did you get it? How was Chuck?
He was the biggest piece of shit I've ever met in my life. The rudest man I've ever met. Can I pinch your pen? There you go.
Did you get the autograph?
Did I bollocks? Phil's great. You know, he plays the drums and he had this piece of paper hanging off one of the cymbals. And we were going, what's on that piece of paper? Because it was in a drum. Nobody went in. And after about 2 weeks, I went, I'm going to have a look at this. And it was just a big pair of tits. A photograph of the biggest pair of tits you've ever seen. I said, what's that for? He went, inspiration. But once it's gone again, we get back down to the dirty shit stuff.
Looking forward to seeing this out, guys. Thank you.
No, what do you do?
I'm a diplomatic courier. That's right.
Yes, I gynecologist.
The ACDC thing.
Well, I am a I'm a part-time gynecologist.
I went down to London, you know, and but I'll never forget, this girl rang us up first. I was at work, you know, I had a band at night time and all that, and a girl rang us up with an Austrian accent who worked for the manager of the band. She said, you must come down to London, I think, to sing with a band. And I said, who? And she said, I cannot tell you this. It is a secret. She said, but I can tell you the initials.
Well, that's a giveaway.
She says, it starts with A and it ends with C. And I was going, Armagnac.
A little bit of painting, a little bit of art, you know, and when I say the same thing, it is strictly artistic.
Artistic. Take your clothes off so I can paint you. I can see the point there.
Thank you. And now for a look at me cock.
But generally, you
won't feel that much difference. Just at the end of it, still give you a black
For some time, it seemed that heavy metal or hard rock was a bit out. What do you think are the reasons for the comeback of this today, Brian?
Me? Oh, yeah. I don't think it's ever been out, darling.
Sorry?
I think rock and roll that we play, hard rock, I don't think it has any, you know, you don't have to stick to any sort of formula. If it's just rock and roll, everybody, you know, likes it anyway. Right from the 50s, it's always been the same.
Also Brian negiert erstmal diesen Begriff. Sorry. May I translate first, because afterwards it's confusion, you know?
Smile. Yeah, right. Keep it out of your nose.
There's this great big mic in my hand, no headphones, and just these two tiny little speakers, and he'd run down with what the boys had done and stick it on.
I thought you were going to say these two tiny guitarists. Put them to practice and you go, oh shit, that looks naff.
And it is fun in a kind of way. It's a pain in the ass, but it's fun.
Lads, how are you? Good. And you shouldn't be smoking on camera, Brian?
Their engine's smoking. And I went, what?
I had no idea.
Nice try, kid.
It's worth a crack.
You must have balls the size of Patagonia.
Yeah, that's not the first.
A lot of people.
That's it.
Knock me out, damn you! You really got me out of you! Shook me out, no! Yeah, you shook me! Yeah, you shook me!
Somebody get me a doctor.
You're asking one of us, so you better. All totally sane, Ian. All totally sane.
Going out to all the stores. Oh, and it lights up and everything.